Well, welcome back. So it's been a minute since I've been posting. Obviously I wanted to give everything from the last video a second to catch up, and still some things kind of look like they were going a little bit weird. That said, I want to check in with everybody and just kind of explain what's been going on, what the direction of the channel is going to be going, and really why you haven't heard from me for so long. So first off, ankle. Still recovering from the ankle sprain. So I am getting back up there. I am slowly getting back into a good place with that where I can actually start adventuring again. But that said, it just hasn't come around quite yet. And there are honestly some other kind of lingering injuries that sprung up that I said maybe I should do a little more digging into, a little more recovering from, to be able to honestly do a better job when I am traveling around versus just carrying as many injuries as possible, it feels like lately. So that's required some introspection on my part, and that means that I may have to scale back climbing in my own life. But I also realize that I love the creative adventure. I love the adventure that this channel has taken me on so far, and with that, I actually want to start something new. So I can't really do any kind of video about injury without talking about my last injury, and where's the video on it? So I'm working on it, putting that together now, but you know, since I put that video together and since I've been recovering, I've kind of changed my mind a bit, how I got injured, what led to that, and there's been a lot of introspection on my part, just kind of looking at that as a whole and recognizing where I'm at, right? And part of that is just realizing I can't be like I was in my early 20s. You know, I can't climb at that volume with a full-time job and all these other things going on in my life and still expect to get the same results because I spread too thin. And so I did mention the other video. I am putting that together. I really need to chop it down. I might even feel the need to add to it because so much in the process of getting that injury really changed my approach. You know, I mean, obviously I've had a lot of injuries and I talk about that a bit in the video. It's just that I want to be very careful. You know, when you record something, sometimes you're in one mode and then you come back a few days later and you're like, well, maybe I don't really feel that way. Maybe I hadn't thought through or felt through everything I needed to feel through. So that introspection period is really important. Anytime you're getting an injury or anytime you're running into any kind of issues with really any pursuit, climbing, what have you, introspection is always a very important process that has to take place there. And it's kind of interesting. So if you wonder where some of the energy of this is coming from, it's because I had to go to zero, right? I had to get myself back down to a balanced place where I don't feel so much stress to have to produce videos, but that I can do videos that add value, hopefully for everybody. I hope everybody especially enjoyed the last two. The New Mexico trip was really fun putting together, and it was really fun doing that trip. But it's also really fun to record it. You know, it's fun to go into this whole process of editing and learning how to work through a channel. So I really appreciate everybody hanging with me through that. And I'm interested to put myself into a little bit of a new challenge. So let me tell you about that. All right, so why am I doing this video? Well, firstly, I just want to, speak on, I'm not done climbing by any stretch. We're still going to be doing gym touring. Unfortunately, I just realized, I'm not going to be able to catch the opening of Inner Peaks like I had planned to. And I believe there might be another new gym opening up more on the east side of the state as well. These are things to come, but I got to take it kind of slow here. This channel was really to just kind of document what I do and the adventures I have, and I want to take it back to that feeling. So thank you. I want to thank everybody that's been kind of bearing with me through all the experimental phases and trying different things. And for anybody that knows me really close, you probably know I'm pretty experimental. So with that experiment in mind, let's talk about what's coming next. In addition to this channel, because there is so much more kind of downtime for recovery and things like that, one thing I wanted to put my efforts into was getting into a second channel. The second channel doesn't really fit what we've been doing on this channel here, but I want to really expand my creative abilities, test myself in areas that I have some knowledge, and really just have fun. You know, again, it's the idea of taking everybody with me on an adventure, and I hope if you've enjoyed this adventure so far, you might also enjoy this next adventure. So come on, let's go take a look. Whoa! All right. Well, let's talk about what I'm getting into. All right, so what am I doing over here? Well, I'm trying out some gaming, right? PS5 for now, and we're actually hopefully trying a lot of different systems over time. You know, I've done PC gaming in the past. I have done a lot of console gaming. I've used every single console that is out there, and it's something that I really get into. I've enjoyed it for so long, and it's so much part of who I am. Now, as a minimalist, I think I have to balance that, right? And what is essential with gaming versus what can be going too far. And again, each person's going to define that for themselves. For me, it means not spending a whole ton of money on the gaming. Right, now occasionally here and there, I'll also look at equipment, or I'll talk about equipment if people are curious. I'm going to start not with the equipment, and then I'll answer questions along the way. And if it gets deep on that, then I guess I could consider reviewing equipment in the future. But right now, I mostly want to focus on free games. I want to focus on games that are very low in cost, and some of these are going to be older games. Some of them are going to be slightly newer games. I definitely love me some retro games too, so I'm going to play in a little bit of that. I'm going to be doing some streaming with this effort, but hopefully that adds some value for people. And again, we'll see how it goes. If it's really successful at the start, then I can push it a little bit further. But yeah, we're going to be trying streaming in the future. It's going to be really exciting with this channel, and I hope you all stick around. I definitely know I'm going to be looking forward to getting my game on.
Speed run.